Hello, class. I'm doing a presentation on children and families, and within the career path in which I choose that I want to work in. My article that I found was from Boyer and Wanda. The name of the article was "Trauma Folks Family Therapy: Children and Their Families," and it was a journal. It was in 2019 was when the article was published. I really want to work with families and helping them advocate for their families and helping children so they can be having a holistic view and like being able to talk to the families without them feeling judged. And within the article that I read, I learned a lot of information. I learned a lot of ways in which families are able to cope, different type of therapeutic methods, and just learning how they reach families and how they work together with the families with the research that they found Wanda and Boyer. My first slide that I'm talking about is ways to cope and deal with the trauma. Trauma can come from all different facets of life. It can be from death, it can be from kids experiencing abuse, it can be from a variety of different things that children go through. It can even come from divorce that they deal with trauma or an abusive parent or just even feeling neglected. Okay, ways that people can deal with it. They can deal with it with trauma focused cognitive behavior therapy. They can do that. There's also this thing called EMDR, in which they can do therapy, and it does it does taps. You can do taps either with the tappers that you hold in your hand with under the direction of a physician, or you can also do where they do the eye twitching. For people that have seizures, they don't really recommend that they do the eye where your brain replaces those thoughts, and they don't really recommend it with the eyes. But you can also do the tappers with your hand. You can also do equine therapy is a way of dealing with trauma. A lot of people do the equine therapy with kids that have dealt with trauma. I actually have a good friend that she has 4 boys, and her boys do the equine therapy, and it's helped them out immensely doing just the equine therapy. They also have therapeutic dogs, that you can get therapy from them, like in the hospitals when kids are sick and going through their different trauma and stuff. They have therapeutic dogs that visit the kids in the hospital. There is also a trauma focused cognitive behavioral therapy. It's TFCPT, and it's professionally recognized, and it's an evidence based intervention. I did an interview with one of the places where I was doing getting information for accreditation and stuff, and it was the Peltram. And within their foster homes, they do use this trauma focused cognitive behavioral therapy, and they have found that it has been very beneficial for their clients as well as for the foster parents. Okay, I did get a direct quote that is just extremely impactful, and I thought that I should share it. The impact of trauma. Family life is considered to be a content in which children can safely learn life skills such as managing and redirecting their cognitive, physical, emotional, and behavioral responses to events, as well as to achieve a sense of purpose and master in life. Now, when a person experiences trauma, this is how it can affect them. Trauma events such as natural disasters, serious accidents, and violence in our homes, schools, or communities may alter an individual's ability to manage that cognitive growth and their cognitive ability. It will impair their physical and emotional, and also impairs behavioral function. And this was stated by Wanda and Boyer. Trauma can be short term, and it also can be long term. Long term trauma can lead to PTSD. It's not just a military diagnosis. I want to be more of an advocate with families and kids, and I want them to be able to work holistic together, to be able to be one, and to teach them all to be more of and have a more healthier relationship. And this can help me in my career to advocate as a case manager by being able to understand the trauma that children are going through and with the family, so that we can work together with the family as a whole to provide them with the resources that they need to help them move on to a productive and happy home. This can help me teach the families as a whole on how to work together on skills to build a stronger relationship at home. My questions that I had, what is the name of the therapy that helps with emotional and cognitive therapy? And that was the trauma focused cognitive behavioral therapy that is accredited and well known. And then what areas does the traumatic events affect in the families? And that affects the families in their emotional growth, physical growth, cognitive growth, behavioral functioning, and that makes it dysfunctional, and then therefore it impairs the family, and they're not able to function to the level that they need to function as a holistic family. And my references is my last slide that I have. And my take home points, really just wanting everybody to be able to focus on how having a healthy mindset and being able to deal with your emotions and having those resources that you can rely on to get you through things that you need to get through in life. Thank you.